Hi, everyone. Welcome to the next installment of short, snackable content at the Personio HR Expert Hub. Today's topic is leadership, and joining me today is Julia Villa, who's a human resources manager at the well-known football club FC Bayern. She's going to talk about 3 levels of leadership that don't depend on title: leading yourself, leading others, and leading the organization. Welcome, Julia, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So let's first set the stage. Anyone who follows football or soccer, as some of us like to call it, knows about FC Bayern. Are there any special challenges from an HR perspective when it comes to managing an international sports organization?
For us, it's very important that we have our core values and we take over the benefits from an organizational part, like structures and standards, which we definitely need because we just grew very fast in the last years. And combining it with the emotions, with the passion, with our motivation, which really is FC Bayern Munich. We are part of the success story. And for us, a challenge is really to use benefits from organizational part to get more professional in our structures.
Now let's talk about leadership. How do you guide the organization? How do you develop talent and leaders across the business as an HR professional?
We are very at the beginning, I would say, as I just said, that we are growing into an organization. We do, of course, have a lot of leaders already. It's the challenge from manager becoming a leader, from leader becoming a coach. Those are all topics which are really interesting for us. Or for me, it's always super easy to explain. Leadership is about notice, decide, act, notice what's going on, decide for yourself what you should do, and then act and really go for it. And the individual leadership is also a very important part for us. So it's not that we send them somewhere else. It's about leadership within Bayern Munich. What does it mean? What values do we have as leaders within Bayern Munich? And so you shouldn't be the same leader at Bayern Munich as you are in another company. Definitely is something that is talking to your colleagues should be impacted by our values. And this is what we're trying to bring into the organization with a lot of different tools we are using. That's overall what we trying to do to develop talent within our organization.
Are there any similarities between how you lead from HR and how a coach leads his or her team on the field?
I thought about this question is more HR related, as I'm not from the football background. Of course, I'm a fan, and I hope you all are also fans of Bayern Munich. But in the end, I think there's a lot of similarities which you can see. Starting from the focus on your strength. Strength is a great word to say. It's definitely that our players know where their strengths are. So Manuel Neuer would never be a field player, as he's a goalkeeper, and he should never be, because his strength is to keep the sheet clear. So know about your strength and develop your strength. That's something everyone should be aware of. Work hard for it. I think always it looks like our players, it's easy for them now to play football, but it was not easy to come to the top of Europe. I hope we do have the top players in Europe, and they always had to work on themselves, though, so they didn't rest. They always focus and they trained really hard. So they're the best of what they can be, and they never stop training. This is something, so if you're in a position and this is about leadership, you think you got this position and this is it now, that's definitely not the part. Then what I said before, take responsibility, be proactive versus reactive. If you see a game or match, you would never get the win if everyone would be reactive. So think about, try to understand the game, try to understand the structures, try to understand your team structure, to understand where the players are moving, so where your colleagues are moving, who's working on which project, to be proactive and get the idea who at the end is the important idea to get the win. And the last point is set clear goals and expectations for your teams. Know where you want to go, know that you want to be the champion of Europe at the end of the season. If you're clear about that, what you want to do and what your team has to achieve, then I'm absolutely sure that it's easier to fulfill or to go where this goal is set. And it's a team winning game, which is brilliant for us because the team is in the focus, and should be with your team as well. So all together, having a clear idea, having your teammates with you, knowing what your teammates are doing, and focus on your strengths. I think there are a lot more things I'm sure we can learn from our players, but there's some points I would like to to tell you.
Thank you. Those are great points. Are there any final or other insights or best practices that you'd like to share?
As you said, leadership is not about the title, it's about ownership. So go your way, be aware of what you want and what you want to achieve and what you want to achieve with your team, definitely. Try to understand the game and the system you're working in, and go for it to be at the end, the winner of your own trophy, your own Champions League.
Thank you, Julia, for these valuable insights. And please check out the Personio HR Expert Hub for more information and interviews.